Note to seller. Piece of cake. Grab a paper and pencil and do it with me, because there's a couple steps and you have to remember them. Step 1. Think about what you're doing. You want to sell the house and you want to know how much money you're going to get left over. Sometimes they give it to you, sometimes they don't. These are the parts of the problem. You also have the mortgage that you have to pay off. You also have closing costs. And then there's a commission for the salesperson. Let's take a look at a problem. Toto wants to move to Kansas. He has to pay off his mortgage. This is the balance that's due on the mortgage, $34,500. He has to pay the closing costs, $3,700. He wants $40,000 left over. What's his minimum offer that he's willing to take? I left off the commission part. We're only going to deal with the numbers that we know right now. Don't worry about the percentage. So these are the numbers that they give you. All you do is add them all together. 34 is the mortgage, 34,500. 3,700 is the closing costs. 40,000 is the cash left over. You add them all together. Do what I do. Do the simple stuff twice just to make sure. If you take a look at the numbers, you put them in the calculator, and then you put it on a piece of paper. If it doesn't look like it adds up, add them twice. There's nothing worse than doing the math wrong and then not having your answer show up on the A, B, C, or D. Once you get these solid numbers that you can see from your problem and add them together, then you can figure out the percent. So we're also told that Toto would have to pay the Wicked Witch 6%. You figured this part next. You take that 6% in decimal format, which, if you remember, 6%, you're just moving the decimal over 2 places. Remember that shortcut? So the decimal is now we're writing as 6%. 6% we're writing as a decimal point, 0.06. And the only thing that you have to remember about this, picture you're taking the whole house. You're just going to subtract that whole house. Take the 6% off the top. So 1 minus 6 equals 0.94. Do that in the calculator. This number here is what we use to ultimately figure out the rest of it. That first number that we got, the 78.2, that you added all those together. This number and this number we're going to use now, like this. 78.2, divide it by the 0.94, and this is the number that you get. Remember rounding? 83,191.489. If the number is less than 5, you round down. If it's 5 or over, you round up.